Hey, everybody. Welcome, and welcome to Unmuted. This is our first episode. Oh my God. And so far, no glitches. I hope. Well, oh man, I just jinxed myself. Anyways, so we have an awesome show planned for you today. Today, we are going to have four so far performers. Yeah, four, maybe five, maybe six. Who knows? We'll see. This is improv. However, what people are performing may or may not be improv. So this show is really all about showing that everyone has a voice and giving everyone a chance to perform. Now, some of the people here perform all the time, but some of the people here don't perform all the time. So we just like to give a stage for everyone, which is our motto at the Improv List. Uh, Speaking of the Improv List, I'm Jermaine. I forgot to introduce myself. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I forgot to introduce myself. Okay, so I'm Jermaine. I run the Improv Plays. It's a nonprofit theater. We do stuff in Seattle all the time. We do online shows. And this is Unmuted. So we have a few performers, and our first performer that will come up will be April Brooker. And before you come up, April, when you're done with your set, if you have anything that you want to like call out, like any upcoming shows or anything like that, uh, please feel free to do so. And without further ado, we have April.
Hey, I am here with President Donald J. Trump. My fellow Americans, here I am. So, President Trump, why are you qualified to be president? Well, girl, I'm master of everything. I have billions and billions of dollars, and I was president of my own university. Trump University, you were sued for fraud. Shut up. The Better Business Bureau gave me a triple A rating. Wait, the Better Business Bureau gave you a triple A rating? No, a triple K rating. K, K, K. So now that you've been reelected president, what do you hope to do for America? Well, Kroll, I hope to make America white again. I beg your pardon. I hope to make America great again. But you said white, Mr. President. Great! White! What's the difference? So, anyway, before you were reelected, you were convicted of 34 felonies. How are you holding up? Well, April, I'm doing better than ever. Chicks dig a guy with 34 felony counts. Cuff Daddy and I finally have something in common, and Orange is the new tramp. Orange is the new tramp. But speaking of rappers, what's this with you and Bad Bunny? Well, April, I'm sick of Bad Bunny. The next time he looks at me and says, "Yeah, what's up, Doc?" I'm gonna turn that rascally rabbit into rabbit stew. Mr. President, that's Bad Bunny. You're talking about Bugs Bunny. Bad Bunny, Bugs Bunny, what's the difference? Let's see. You see, Bugs Bunny is a cartoon, Warner Brothers, and Bad Bunny is a rapper, human, probably too young to have seen anything from Looney Tunes. Other than that, really nothing. But let's talk about the Nobel Prize. You were passed over. How are you doing? Well, the people in Norway don't know what they're missing. Uh, Mr. President, the Nobel Prize is given in Sweden. Norway, Finland, Greenland, what's the difference? They're all different countries, but anyway, I'm coming back bigger and better than ever. Please don't tell me that you're starting your own war. No, nothing like that. I've hired Quasimodo to man the bell tower. Mr. President, that makes no sense. Fake news, it makes perfect sense. They said no bell. I'm gonna give them more bell than they can handle. To the bell tower, Quasimodo! The bells! The bells! The bells! But speaking of which, you are sending National Guard troops into Portland, Chicago, and you even sent some into New Orleans. Yes, and I'm gonna pay those grave soldiers in Mardi Gras beads. Again, President Trump, makes no sense. Wrong! Makes all the sense in the world. How do you think I met my current wife? Wow. Speaking of which, despite your immigration policies, all your wives are foreign born. What can I say, girl? There are some jobs that even Americans won't do. Wow. And how are things going with RFK Jr.? What can I say? He's not the only Kennedy with a hole in his head. Ouch, that one hurt. But what about the wall? Well, April, the wall's coming along great. You see, Mexico's going to pay for it. So Mexico's going to pay for the wall. All I have to do is go to the Western Union and pick up the money order. What could possibly go wrong? But you said that you were going to get Mexico to pay for the wall, and there was no wall your last term. Explain that. Well, I said that there was going to be a wall, and then there was no wall. I wasn't a career politician when I ran, but now I am. Look at how good I did my job. And so, anything else you want to add? Yes, I want to end with a joke. What do you call one illegal immigrant on the moon? I don't know, President Trump. A problem. What do you call 10 illegal immigrants on the moon? I don't know, President Trump. An even bigger problem. What do you call a million illegal immigrants on the moon? I don't think I want to know. Problem solved. To the moon, April. To the moon. Thank you guys so much.
Awesome. Thank you, April. Thank you very much. April, is there anything you want to plug at all?
Yes, and I'm going to have my friend May Wilson help me plug it. May, real quick, what do we want to plug? Well, April and I have a song called That's the Way It Is, and it's a cover of the Ella Fitzgerald song with the world famous Ink Spots. And what's it doing? It's playing on radio stations worldwide. So I'm a Sir Tata. Jermaine. Thank you. May Wilson, everybody.
Thank you very much, April. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Cool. Like, so that was fun. That was like totally fun. I am going to call up the next person in just un momento. However, before we do that, what should I do? Maybe I will do a song. Should I do a song? Yeah, let's do a song. Let's go with, let's see. Uh, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. I don't know why I decided to sing that song. I don't know. Anyways, it's like sometimes you put yourself on the spot or somebody else puts you in the spot, but in my case, it's usually me. And it's like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I just decided to do that. But what I should have done was this. I amuse myself. Anyways, speaking of being amused, our next performer will amuse us um to no end. And I'm looking for something that you just okay. Uh our next performer will be um turning their camera upside down right now. Our next performer will be Rachel. And Rachel, if you want to do a longer introduction, please introduce yourself.
Um, introduce myself. Hi, everybody. My name is Rachel, reporting to you from the hellscape that is Chicago. Um, everything is going great here, and I am a nerd and in comedy lover. So I wanted to give you a interesting history.
Sorry about that.
You got my slides? So, the word vaudeville has two etymologies. The first being vaudeville, which means voice of the people. The second definition is vaudeville, which is an area in France known for its hilarious political songs. Here in America, you can see right there at 1890, vaudeville becomes huge in New York because Europe is hungry and war torn. So people are heading to make New York City the new capital of vaudeville. When I say vaudeville, maybe you think cabaret, maybe you think Charlie Chaplin or the Marx Brothers. Maybe you even think cabaret when I say vaudeville. Vaudeville was about traveling troops doing the best bits that they collected and bringing them to the next place. So all these incredible people came to Europe and vaudeville took over. However, as you can see there at 1910, the movies murder vaudeville. They kill it. Dead. Dead. Ooh, I often think of the scene from The Godfather when I think of vaudeville, where they meet at the Italian vaudeville house. So you can see right there at 1910, the movies kill radio. Vaudeville. Can we go to the next slide? So here's the thing about the movies killing vaudeville. If the movies hadn't killed vaudeville, all of those vaudevillians wouldn't have migrated to the Borscht Belt and the Catskills, honing their one-person show skills. And that wouldn't have caused the stand-up boom that you can see right there in 1960. And if that stand-up boom hadn't have happened in 1960, there would be no late night television as we know it, or as we are used to know it. Thank you. This has been Interesting Comedy History from Professor Rachel Mason.
Interesting comedy history. I'm sorry, were you saying something, Rachel?
Did you find it interesting? Great.
Yeah, totally. Totally. That was like totally interesting.
I'm
But
happy to be a recurring segment. Bye.
in asking that question, you interrupted my totally improvised song that was going to be the most awesome song that anyone has ever heard ever in their entire lives. And you know what? It just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. You know why it didn't happen? Well, I'm blaming Rachel, but really it's not Rachel's fault. It's my fault. Because, sometimes I start singing and I decide that the words are not the words that I need. The words are like swords and daggers that make me bleed. The words are like torture to my heart. And I cannot be the person to tear myself apart, but I will do so if I need to do this. And that I promise you this, that coming up will be someone else. Yes, coming up will be someone else. Who will be next? Next, we have Bonnie.
Hello. My screen's lagging a little bit. It's okay. So today I'll be reading a poem that I wrote called Stardust. What a weird thing it is that the things beneath our skin will mostly never be visible to us. Our bones, organs, veins, and cartilage, all beneath the surface, functioning out of sight so that we can live our lives. Our brain sending signals, heart pumping blood, gallbladder and liver processing waste, all to be unnoticed unless something fails us. The fascia between skin and muscle holding our skin in place is much like the things unseen that keep our lives in order. We are held by the real yet invisible structure of stardust from the beginning, fashioned by the great unseen. We function with purpose from the inside out, whether we see the purpose or not. We are matter animated. What a strange thing. We are carbon with a consciousness. How absurd. Some still say that magic isn't real. To that I say, have you seen yourself? That was it. Bye.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do you have anything you want to plug, Bonnie? We can hear you.
No, I'm all right.
Okay, cool. Thanks. That was awesome. So yeah, so that makes me think of my favorite movie, which is Star Wars. So yeah, Star Wars is like my totally favorite movie, like the OG version back in 1970, blah blah blah. Uh yeah, where like Luke Skywalker, a lone Jedi who wasn't quite a Jedi yet and didn't realize he was a Jedi, decided that he would fight Darth Vader. Who's Darth Vader? He's the guy that wore all the black and blah 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 and went, Luke, I am your father. But that's more in the future. Anyways, so um we are getting ready now for our finale performer. As soon as they turn their camera on, I will get them ready to go. But we are getting ready for our final performer. Are we ready for our final performer? Are we ready? Are we ready? I don't know. Maybe I need to do some song while waiting. And I'll sing really slowly. Slowly, slowly I'm singing and waiting for our next performer. Santiago, it looks like Santiago is almost ready. He's almost ready, so I'm going to bring him on. And welcome to the stage, Santiago!
Woo! Okay, I'm Santiago. I'm going to do Bomba, which is interesting because in the news, Super Bowl, Bad Bunny's playing, and Bunny's out of Puerto Rico, Bomba's out of Puerto Rico. Um, you will see this in the performance. Bomba is like Afro Puerto Rican expression. Is where salsa came, where our version of salsa came from. It's also a cultural thing. Historical thing. There's a drum. It's called barril. It looks like mm, like what they used to have ramen when we were enslaved in Puerto Rico, and sugar was one of the currencies that ran the world. And our drums were, in a nutshell, our drums were banned because we shared messages with them. So when they did that, we took these barrels and recreated our drums and recreated our means of expression. So I'll do one or two short songs. Um, the first one's going to be, it is called Iris, I'm a Natalia, and it's about two women that fell in love, and um, there's lots of riffs there, but it's also it came to me about a year. I don't think about writing, so it just came to me, but about a year and a half ago, I have so many friends that are beautiful friends that are queer, and in this environment, I kind of it's kind of hard with all the right wingers and the religious people getting all of all the press. And if you think if you're a kid, there's like it's not natural what you're doing, supposedly according to them. Anyway, this is a song about two young people that are in love. Here we go. Ooh, I better take this off. It's cold up here in Seattle now. All right. I guess that'll be it. Short and sweet. Gracias.
Bravo.
Ding.
Any more?
Okay, I'll do one more.
Okay.
Short one. This my family's in Ohio. I'm in Washington. One of my cousins passed away a few years ago, and I couldn't get away from the funeral. And he's a cousin who was like an elder, and he was so wise, and he gave me my nicknames when I was a kid and things like that. But the chorus is "Se me fue mi buen amigo." I'll just do it. Se me fue mi buen amigo,
Awesome, man. That is so awesome. It like totally, totally took me there, uh, back to like my youth when I was on the south side of Chicago. Well, no, maybe not. Anyways, hey, thanks a lot, man. Thanks. That was so cool. That
Welcome.
was
Thanks
totally
for having
cool.
me.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Give me 1 second here. I was blinded by the light, blinded by the light. Oh my gosh, there's two of me. Uh, cool. So I'd like to thank all of our guests today for coming in and sharing their skills and their talents in our very first ever first ever unmuted show. Um, and thanks a lot. I give a round of applause to all of our performers. We had April Brooker, we had Rachel, we had Bonnie, and we ended it with Santiago. And I'm Jermaine, and thanks again for joining our show. Oops, for joining our show.